Yeah, hi there. These comments are for one of my English 306 students here at California State University, San Bernardino. So let's take a look at your question. I am still a little confused as to what you require for the response journals. I was wondering if I can get a bit more detail on also how you would like to receive them on the due date. Are you only requiring 2 responses of your own choice, or maybe let us pick, or do you require all the journals? Alright, so good. So let's go into the syllabus here, and let's take a look at the grading for just a minute, just for a second. So we know that the reading response journals are worth 10 points total. That means 5 points for each one. We know that. Now secondly, let's go into the beginning of the syllabus where it talks about the journal. Okay, so these are the instructions here for the reading response journal, and I'll explain a little bit more detail. So what you're doing is, I want you to find 5 specific articles during the first 5 weeks of our quarter, and as you talk about each article, I want you to do a summary, a response, and then create a question based on the reading passage that you read. And you have to submit 2 of these reading response journals from assigned textbook readings. Okay, so if you look at what we have here, okay, let's go to the syllabus for a minute and I'll show you something. So then the next question is, what articles are you choosing? That helps answer your question, right? So we're going to the course outline, and let's trace back for just a minute. You see this where it says reading response journal 1 is due, so you can assume this is due on October 28th, so it's coming up this month, right? So the journal's based on these assigned readings. Let's identify some of them. Gansberg, 26. Tuchman, Marius, Lame Deer, Epstein, Gill, Lutz, Sante, Mukherjee. You can also base one on Tannen's article, Zisner. Then it's due on that day. So what I want you to do here is to choose 5 of these assigned readings. You're going to take 5 of these articles. Now, you'll go through those 3 things we've already mentioned. You'll take each article. Let's go back here. As you talk about each article, you'll write a summary, you'll write a response of the article, and then you'll create a discussion question from the reading. Don't even have to answer the question, just create the question. So going back here, so you have article 1, let's say, you'll do a summary, then you'll do a response, and then you create a question about the reading passage. Then you repeat this process. Four more times. I think we got it. So my recommendation is the journals, as I say in the syllabus, these response journals don't need to be polished presentation prose. You can have some grammar errors in them, whatever, doesn't matter to me. They don't even have to be typed. So my recommendation is maybe 1 page handwritten for each of your articles as you go through these 3 motions. Right? Now you will also repeat this exact same process one more time as you do your second journal. As it says here, you will be asked to submit 2 reading response journals from assigned textbook readings. So there's 2 of them. So then, once you go back to the syllabus, you remember October 28th is when the first response journal is due. So let's go there. Let's move on. So then the next one, here are some of our assigned readings. Again, if you haven't chosen it yet, you can use Tannen. You have Dillard, Revkin. You have King. Brady, Eigner, Frazier. And if that's not 5, you can pick a few others if you need to. And then, of course, the second journal, you're going to submit that on December 7th, where it says Reading Response Journal to due. Remember that, again, it's 5 articles, and you'll go through this same process. So you will take 5 of the assigned readings. After the 5th week of the quarter, you'll pick 5 additional readings. Just make sure you haven't already written about them in the previous journal. And you'll go through these motions one more time. The summary, response, question, and so on. And that is the response journal assignment for our class.